Guys, fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're good. Would you have to stay with me? See you,
We going live now or what? Or we live already?
Waiting on you.
ready? Take it easy.
You know we ain't taking it easy. That's right. Tune in.
Mixed in motion, baby.
Mix emotion, mix it up. When it comes to that fire, that's all we got. Spinning records for the avenue, streets to your block. When the music is good, it's a must you let it knock. Mix emotion.
Yeah, that's right. It's D-Rod. Make sure you tune in every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Hottest show in the house, the MixnMotion live podcast. You can find us on MixnMotion.com. Yeah, that's right. It is Thursday. Welcome everybody to the MixnMotion podcast. That is our new intro, and I thought it was pretty hot, man. And we made it here ourselves. It's obviously KO had a lot to do with this. We had Lego in there, and myself, and
D-Rod.
D-Mix also was in the mix on there. So, man, props to you guys for creating that. It's pretty hot, guys. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man, we appreciate that, man. You already know what it is. We had to kind of spice it up a little bit, man, make it official. Shouts out to the homie Zitro, you know what I mean? Rico, man, he's the man behind the scenes with the camera. You guys need photography. You already know you got to get at Zitro Photography. Shouts out to D-Mix, man. He always doing his things on the ones and twos.
You know what? Being that it's Thursday, man, it's Appreciation Thursday, man. I want to thank Rico. Man, he is our photographer. If you guys need anybody to take pictures, you guys need an actual real photographer, you know, for your quinceañeras, your parties, events. Make sure you guys hit us up, man. We want to make sure that everybody gets real good professional pictures on there. Those are all the pictures on our podcast. And also, you know, big shout outs to D-Mix, man. D-Mix and his whole crew. Lulo,
Motion podcast.
you know, Lulo, Prodigy. And
we got the homie Trigger Mike, but he's the silent partner. He ain't never
partner.
there, dog.
Have I met him yet or no?
I don't even remember, Ovi.
No.
He'd be MIA all the time, dog.
Oh, okay.
He's probably locked up in the red somewhere, dog.
Where's Lulo and Prodigy, man? We missing them.
They supposed to be here. I don't know what happened to
they're
them.
on that
dog.
diva time.
Lulo was on the chat, man, earlier, so hopefully he shows up.
I hope they're listening, man. You guys on that diva time, y'all better get here. You guys never get checked.
Hey, I'm on time all the time,
They
dog.
gonna get fined,
That's the
bro.
only way. Yeah,
You gotta
exactly.
get fined, man. You don't want to get fined, Lulo.
And things are starting up again. You know, clubs are opening, bars are opening. And again, man, if anybody needs a DJ, a real good DJ, he's got a real good crew. Definitely make sure you hit us up. You know, you
Yes,
guys got
sir.
any parties again, anything you guys need, events, you know, private events. Make sure you guys hit us up because D-Mix has got the live music, that,
Yup.
you know, that's got us all rocking
Back
into
at
the
it at
show.
27th at Bar and Grill every Friday and Saturday. So make
Yes,
sure you guys
sir.
show some love and support, man, because he got that music, you know. Get your
27th
weekend
Ave Bar and
started.
Grill.
So you just started that this week, right? Or last
Yeah,
week?
last weekend was the first weekend back at it.
So how was it with this all corona
You know what,
stuff going
man?
on?
It was a great turnout. It was a great turnout, but at the same time, with all these COVID guidelines and stuff, you know, people have to have masks on,
Right.
unless they're sitting at a table and they have beer. Then they can't have parties six, no greater than six.
Okay.
So we have to spread them out if they're you know, a group celebrating a birthday or something. And then no dancing unless they're table dancing at the table.
So they can dance on top of the table?
Yeah, well, I don't know about that either. You know what I mean? Hey, maybe some of them could get away with it. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was but it was cool, man. It was a good turnout. It was a good vibe. It was a good night. We're gonna do it again this weekend.
Okay.
Prodigy will be in the mix tomorrow night, covering for me.
Okay.
I have a Taylor Renee's album release party. We're gonna be doing that.
Yeah,
MixnMotion podcast.
we're gonna be
VIP there.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So we're gonna be in the building.
We definitely gonna be in the building there. So let me ask you something though, man. Watching everybody like, you know, kind of trying to get back to that normalcy of being like in the club scene, the bar scene, or whatever. How did it feel like seeing people they were obviously having to wear masks, right?
Yes, sir.
How did that look? Did it kind of feel kind of weird?
A little bit, bro. But I mean, once security was having a hard time, bro, because once people start drinking get to feeling good.
They start
wild.
getting comfortable.
they get comfortable, homie, and they don't, but this COVID stuff's for real, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know.
You know what's crazy too, man? If you're at the club, man, this is not the time to fall in love, man. I seen something when they were like, you know what? The girl might be banging, dude. But then they take that mask off. They got missing teeth. They got the messed up nose, bro. Like, damn, dude. And I've seen that, man.
Are you talking from experience or what?
You know what? I'll be honest with you, dude. I've seen a couple chicks, and I'm like, man, they're banging, dude. And then, they remove the mask, and I'm like, put that back on.
Hey, back in the day, the intimacy used to be when you could take the drawers down. This day, it's you could take their mask off. You know what I mean? You get to really see what they're working with.
He's like, hey, bro, I want to see the mask fall off.
Oh, man. You know what? Let me give a shout out to Lego, man. Lego's out for the day. He's a big star.
Yeah,
He's been in
man.
Vegas, and he did well in Vegas. The only one that came back was over here, Rico.
Man. Rico came back okay,
But he doesn't want to tell us what happened. So whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah,
That's
what
fine.
happens in
We'll
Vegas stays in
respect
Vegas,
that.
dog.
But big shout outs to Lego. I know you're listening to us. I know you're watching us. So big shout out to Lego.
Man, say what's up, man, through the actual feed, bro. Say what up.
It's all love, homie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me introduce some of the artists that we're going to have tonight. And we have a good show lined up for everybody. And we have 3 artists. We have Freelance. That's right. He's a man that is an entrepreneur as well. And he wears many hats. And we'll introduce you guys to him in a little bit. We also have Defiant and Lewsi Lewis. So we have some real good artists lined up for you guys. And just enjoy the show. We're definitely going to look at the live feed as far as the Facebook. If you guys want to request a song, shout out, or let us know about anything, make sure you guys hit us up. So we're going to be looking at that as well.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, we got Rico right here, too, man. Rico, get on the mic, man. Let people see your face, bro.
What's going on, people?
Yeah, man, because you're always behind the scenes, man. We got to let people know that, man. You're a part of the team, and you're the man that's making it happen with the photos. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I just do what I do when I can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
So as far as your photography, I mean, what is it that you exactly like to focus on? Or is it that you do freelance of anything?
Well, when I was younger, I did everything. I had, you know what? I got the new camera, so I'm just starting again because you gotta putting on an image and taking the picture. You gotta think about lighting, where they're centered, and a whole mess of other things. And there's got buttons and controls, and you gotta know them before So I like to do portraits,
Okay.
and simple shots, live action shots, like we do in here, just capturing the moment.
Right.
Capturing your moment. That's what I'm about, so just not so much smiling at my camera, but capturing what is happening at that time, Zitro photography, I like to say we capture one moment at a time.
That's what's up. Where can they find you at?
Well, I mean, just hit me up on any social media. It's put in Zitro photography, and I should pop up, or Google it. I think I got a listing on Google. So just Zitro photography. I mean, and that's how you'll find me. But Facebook, Instagram.
Okay. You do any nudes or what?
Well,
I had to put it out there, bro. I had to put it out there. Come
well,
on.
you know what? I got a project I'm working on tomorrow. We're gonna see how that works out with a model that approached me. So we'll sit down and have a conversation and see how it works out. But hopefully tomorrow we'll see what happens.
And it does it all, bro. So
Yeah. I'm willing to do any type of photography as long as it's tasteful, classy. It's got to have an artistic view. It can't just be a mess. It can't just be take a picture of me type stuff.
Right.
Let's what are we showing here? What are we trying to accomplish? What are we trying to get done here?
Okay.
And you know what? He does a good job. I mean, obviously
Yes,
he
sir.
adds a lot of filters to mine, but I appreciate that.
You know what? It ain't too much filtering got it going on. It's well lit. We do a little darkness, a little brightness, a little this, a little that, and it's simple. It really is. That kind of part. But no, you guys, everybody, does a great job. Everybody comes
I'll tell you
clean.
what, man. With you helping with doing all the photos and everything for the podcast, it definitely enhances the experience. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gets to
Yes,
see
sir.
man.
The feel.
The feel of
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
because we like it to be organic. You know what I
Right.
mean? Just like right now, we're talking, hanging out, having a good time.
Right, I didn't expect to be thrown on the mic.
No, bro, I want you to be, you got to be on there, man. People got to see your face and get to know who you are and get familiar with Zitro Photography. So
Zitro.
Zitro.
Okay, Zitro.
And you part of the team, so it is
Yes.
what it is.
Okay,
Now we got to
right.
make sure that everybody knows what time it is. You know?
Right. I appreciate
Hey,
it.
how'd you come up with that name though?
It's my last name backwards, Ortiz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Rico
Oh, well,
Ortiz.
there you go.
You know, I
There
had
you go.
I had a couple names already, but my cousin, he was like doing a password or something, and he was like Zitro for my what is it, like the first name? You know, well, not the first name. It's like
Username.
username.
Okay.
He had Zitro as you know. I was like, wait a minute, Zitro Photography, and then from there I just took off with it.
You didn't do like Charles Liggins and put names in the hat.
No,
You know what I mean? Hey, but it worked out.
It
for
did
him,
work
You
out.
know what I
It
mean?
did.
The Immaculate Hot Tub
Charlie
Cleaners.
Liggins.
So now that we got D-Mix on the mic, because we don't, we rarely ask you questions.
Yeah, but I got a lot to say, dog. Just you know what I mean?
Hey, you might want to take a picture when I ask this real quick. No. But no, don't worry.
Here we go.
It ain't gonna get dirty. It ain't gonna get dirty. No, so I want to give a shout out to you too, because I know that you have a DJ following and you go way back and you have your whole team. How did you come up with your name?
Man, you know what? I really can't.
That's a
Just
picture right there.
just brainstorming, just brainstorming and MixnMotion's what finally stuck.
Nice.
So that's how I was able to make it happen.
And it brought us all together, man. Tell yeah, more.
Yes,
sir.
One love to you, brother.
Yes, sir, man. Well, we're going to get back to this music. We got these guests coming through, man.
Oh,
Shouts
yeah.
out to Freelance, Defiant, and Lewsi Lewis for coming through and hanging out with us today.
Yes,
but we're
gonna
going to
be a
let
good
D-Mix
show.
do what he do, man, on the ones and twos.
Yeah, let's get it.
What up, Lego?
Podcast.
Put 'em up, and you don't stop. Put 'em up, and you don't stop. Yeah, put 'em up, and you don't stop. Put 'em up.
My bitch drive a all white rank. Couldn't hit it if you niggas had ain't. Lanes can't call and you lame. You had it, then you lost all the shine. I can buy a Billy, don't talk to me. For a show 150, don't talk to me. You ain't never help your mans, don't talk to me. You just follow all the trends, don't talk to me. I set the bar, I'm the fucking bar. Like in the sky, I'm a fucking star. I don't fall in love, cause I be loving hard. Do everything like my shirt, it's a large. I don't care how I crash a ghost. Got two
DJ
crazy, two
D-Mix
sticks, I be
on the
doing the
ones
most.
and
I got
twos.
white folks money that I won't blow. And if you ask why, cause the white folks don't. Big bank, tight, low bank. Big bank, tight, low bank. Type of money you gon' live sight.
Yeah, that's right. Goes out for all my Latinos in the house. You ain't got a cut. Fill it up. Here we go. We gonna make D-Mix dance tonight. Yeah. MixnMotion podcast.
Fin de semana puede pasar que mi linda no te quiera ir a bailar. Cada fin de semana puede pasar que mi linda no te quiera ir a bailar. Y le gusta presumir a mi chiquitita, usa su loco y una pasa bien cortita. Y le gusta presumir a mi chiquitita, usa su loco y una pasa bien cortita. Bailamos bien pegadito, de pronto empiezo a sudar. Siento que me desmayo, no la quiero tocar. Bailamos pegadito, de pronto empiezo a sudar. Siento que me desmayo, no la quiero tocar. Chiquitito, hacer mi corazón, chiquitito, me va a sonar. Chiquitito, mi corazón, chiquitito, me hace sudar.
ritmo que causa sensación. Ay, vente, morenita, bailemos en todos lados. El nuevo ritmo que causa sensación. Se baila así, de medio lado, acurrucado, el cabotao, el cabotao, de medio lado, el cabotao, el cabotao, el cabotao, acurrucado, el cabotao, 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 el cabotao, de medio lado, el cabotao, el cabotao. De morenita bailemos el cabotao, el nuevo ritmo que causó sensación. Ay, vente morenita bailemos el cabotao, el nuevo ritmo que causó sensación. Se baila así, de medio lado, acurrucado, el cabotao, el cabotao, de medio lado, el cabotao, el cabotao, el cabotao, acurrucado, el cabotao, 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 el cabotao, el cabotao, el cabotao, cabotao, cabotao. El bárbaro del baloncesto.
DJ D-Mix.
You're in the mix with MixnMotion DJs.
Say my life is like a movie, nigga fucking every day. Fucking every day, nigga fucking every day. Say my life is like a movie, nigga fucking every day. Missionary doggy style, nigga fucking every way. Go. I'm not the nigga you thought that trickin'. We off that, I hit that, no callback. She ratchet, I like it, I hold it, she bite it, she lick it and suck it. I fuck it, he wife it. No feelings for a hoe, that ain't my main thing. My niggas on the same thing. All my niggas gang bang, bitches do too. This is my boo. 2 C's on the bag, but she throw up pop brew. And we off that Ciroc, she don't mind if I do. Her girlfriend a thought, tell her hop in my coupe. Tell her hop in my bed, tell her hop off my roof. My baby mama trippin' and that bitch can shoot. But you gon' let me hit it or not? Or not?
Can I get the dick or not?
You gon' let me watch you strip or not? Or not?
Bitch, get a dick or not?
Girl, once you get it, you got it forever. So let me hit it. Girl, once you get it, you got it forever. Oh, girl, so let me hit it. You like the fuck?
Cheesy. That's my word. We're all records, baby. Go game 2.
Something like my head, my strap, I'm smoking purpose. Yeah, inhale out, I'm primacy, miss, causing asthma attacks. Hitting niggas, taking early phase, got back direct the same. Shoot 'em with cannon, so how you gonna Belating, this is in I cut it up for doing my best, doing my best. Owen, drinking, throwing up the hood. Solo, but on the low, my doing hella shit. At one time, my definition of healthy man is stizzing lines. I'm in the building and I'm feeling like R.I.P. to the Mac, the R.E. So don't stop, keep it going. Some privilege in the back, blowing. Hold it down for the Bay, reppin' Oakland. If it wasn't for that granddaddy smoking, that's just what I mean. For sure, know what I mean. Shit, sure, know what I mean. Sheets, sure, know what I mean. Sheets, for sure, know what I mean.
I call you up, you act like your pussy on interrupt. I don't have no trouble with you fucking me, but I have a little problem with you not fucking me. Baby, you know I'ma take care of you, cause you say you got my baby and I know it ain't true. Is it a good thing? No, it's bad, bitch. For good or worse, makes you switch. So I walk on over with my crystal. Bitches, niggas, put away your pistol. Dirty won't be having it in this house, cause bitch, I'll cripple your style. Now that you heard my charming voice, you couldn't get another nigga. The Gucci won't get moist. If you wanna look good and not be bummy, yo, you better give me that money.
Alright, stop
what you're doing, cause I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I look funny, but yo, I'm making money, see? So yo, world, I hope you're ready for me. Now gather round. I'm the new fool in town, and my sound's laid down by the underground. I drink a bottle of Hennessy you got on your shelf, so just let me introduce myself. My name is Humpty, pronounced with the umpty. Yo, ladies, oh, how I like to funk thee. And all the rappers in the top 10, please allow me to bump thee. I'm stepping tall, y'all, and just like Humpty Dumpty, you're gonna fall when the stereos pump me. I like to rhyme, I like my beats funky, I'm spunky. I like my oatmeal lumpy, I'm sick with this. Straight gangsta Mac, but sometimes I get ridiculous. I'll eat up all your crackers and your licorice. Oh, yo, fat girl, come here, are you ticklish? Yeah, I called you fat, look at me, I'm skinny. It never stopped me from getting busy, I'm a freak. I like the girls with the boom. I once got busy in a Burger King bathroom, I'm crazy. Allow me to amaze thee. They say I'm ugly, but it just don't faze me. I'm still getting in the girls' pants, and I even got my own dance. Here's your chance to do the hop. Come on. Do the Humpty Hump. Come on, do the Humpty Hump. Check me out, y'all. Do the Humpty Hump. Just watch the Humpty Hump. Yeah. Do you know what I'm doing? Doing Humpty Hump. Come on. I do the Humpty Hump. This is how we do. This is how we do it. La 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 la. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. It's Friday night, and I feel alright. The party's here on the west side, so I reach for my 40 and I turn it up. Designated driver, take the keys to my truck. Hit the shop cause I'm faded. Honey's in the streets, say money, yo, we made it. It feels so good in my hood tonight. The summertime skirts and the guys ain't canine. All the gangbangers forgot about the drive-by. You gotta get your groove on before you go get paid. So tip up your cup and throw your hands up and let me hear the party say, I'm kinda buzzed and it's all because this is how we do it. South Central does it like nobody does. This is how we do it. To all my neighbors, you got much flavor. This is how we do it. Let's flip the crack to the old school bag. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. All hands are in the air and wave from here to there. If you're an OG Mac or a wannabe player, you see the hood's been good to me ever since I was a lowercase G. But now I'm a big G. The girls see I got the money, $100 bills, y'all. If you were from where I'm from, then you would know that I gotta get mine in a big black truck. You can get yours in a 6-ball. Whatever it is, the party's underway. So tip up your cup and throw your hands up and let me hear the party say, I'm kind of buzzed all because this is how we do it. South Central does it like nobody does. This is how we do it. You guys good?
Yeah, we back. MixnMotion Podcast, episode 10. We live in effect right here at Marmera Creation Studios, as always, every Thursday from 7 to 8:30. Man, shouts out to everybody that's been tuning in every week, man. We on the 10th episode. I'm tripping out on that right now.
That's right.
10th episode, man. That's crazy. And many more to come. You already know.
And we've been very successful, man. We want to thank all the listeners out there, everybody that's tuning in live. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys keep sharing with everybody because we're gonna keep growing. And you know what? We're gonna show you guys some new things coming on board. But make sure you guys are tuning in every week, y'all.
Every Thursday, man. We're never late. Always from 7 to 8:30. And you know, like I mentioned all the time, I mean, if you're an independent artist, if you're a local business, you want to get your exposure, hit us up. Submit your music to MixnMotion 258@gmail.com. That's MixnMotion258@gmail.com. And you know what? We'll get you an interview or we'll throw your music on rotation. It's all good.
Yep, and you know what? Let's bring on Freelance here in the house tonight. That's right. What's up, Freelance?
How you guys doing, man? How you doing?
Doing great, man. It's a beautiful Thursday. I'm glad that the heat's kind of going down. We still have triple digit temperature, man. And you know what? But it's better than the 120s, man.
Yeah,
So
any day, man.
Yeah, so
it's brutal, dude. It's unforgiving.
But it's feeling better. You know what? I've been here for a couple years. Still can't get used to it, brother.
I'm used to it by now.
But let me tell you this though, like it's funny to me how as soon as it dips below 110, everybody's like, oh yeah, it's not too bad. It's not that high.
Nah, bro, it's not. Like, you know what? When we're at 100, I'm like, all right. You know what I mean?
You know, people are like asking me questions from back home in Cali. They're like, hey man, how hot is it? I'm like, hey, it's so
Yeah, the dry heat. Like I can't do that. Humidity. I did Minnesota for a little bit out there. It's crawl through like this mugginess. It's disgusting. I can't do it. I was in San Diego for 10 years. Yeah, like 8 to like 18. So like my formative years. That's where I was really in San Diego. I went to High and everything like that. So you know, yeah.
Where were you before that?
I was actually born here in Chandler, lived in Tempe for a while till I was about 8, moved out there to San Diego, and then when I turned 18, I ended up coming back down here and kind of just being like, I can do my own thing. I lived in a house where they were like, yeah, just do whatever, I don't care. But the rule was, though, is that if you got arrested, you got yourself in jail, you can get your ass out. But it's that simple. Don't call me. If you're gonna go out and be stupid, go be stupid on your own. So it's a lot about going out and being stupid, but being smart about being stupid. You know? Like, and especially just being at a young age. I mean, even though I was 18, but it was Rumspringer, I guess is the kind of a way to put it. It was my time to get away and just do what I want to do and figure me out. Okay. And so, you know, it was like little odd jobs here and everything like that. But once I got into like construction, it gave me more of like a structure and everything like that. And so, you know, still had wildlife because every construction worker is crazy at one point. Like they you know, there's a lot of out of town work, so there's a lot of like, you know, hanging out at bars and everything like that. And so
party night.
Yeah. So, you know, it's you know.
So you've always been a jack of all trades, right?
Yeah.
You're an artist. You're also an actor, a playwriter. Man, tell us a little bit about that, man. How did you get into acting?
Well, so I did hip hop for a while. From when I moved here, I was like, all right, hip hop's gonna be kind of like the avenue I'm gonna go. I can go ahead and party. I can rap about it. This plain and simple. And so that's pretty much what I did. I would party, and then after a while, I started getting burnt out, and I started realizing like, yo, I could run out of words. Like it's very simple to kind of like, you know, so. I figured there has to be a better avenue, and then there's like the Ludacris, Nelly, and everything like that. They went from rapping to acting and everything. I was like, oh, I can act like I'm happy every day. So let's get this acting thing. So I ended up going to this school called John Casablanca, and it's like it's a modeling and acting school and everything like that. And they're like, all right, yeah, we'll take you in, but you got to go to the school. So I ended up going to school for like a year and a half almost of just, you know, sitting there in class, telling all these people like I was on Broadway and I was on TV. So this is how you do it. But it actually gave me the structure of actually knowing how to act. And then I figured when I was acting, I was like, yo, I'm out here going to get jobs. Why don't I just be the dude who gives the jobs? Why don't I just make my own jobs? I can write scripts. It can't be that hard. So I ended up writing like a little simple script, and I kind of threw it around for like a public view, be like, hey, what do you guys think? He was like, this is actually really good. So now I'm actually I'm with somebody now. His name is Zane Hampton. You can look him up on Good Whiskey on YouTube. And this dude has the whole setup. So I figured, why don't we get your setup with my screenplays, and we'll go ahead and start really, really pushing some stuff out. And so this dude's good too. So I figured, you know, go from, you know, finding jobs and everything to actually creating jobs. And then, you know, rap can only go so far. Like, you know, there's the real OGs who can do it forever. There's like Eminem, there's Kendrick and everything like that, but not everybody's Eminem, not everybody's Kendrick. So you got to figure out where you're your best at. That's what I figured, is just acting, you know?
And you know what? When you came on board earlier, we were here in the studio, we were chopping it up, and I kind of had to put you in the spot, and I wanted to see if you had a little acting in you, and I was like, you know what? He does, and I'm going to put it out there for you, for anybody that's, you know, any managers out there, any agents out there. Can you slate for us real quick?
I do. It's a simple slate. You know, I can do a sitting down. It goes, hello, my name is Daniel Palasotti. I am represented by MTM, and I do modeling, acting, runway, and pretty much anything you need for productions.
On it.
Yeah. You know. And what's crazy too is like I'll change. Like I'm like this really down to like, you know, what's up guys? But as soon as like it goes, it's like, hi there, my name is Daniel Palasotti.
And that's what you call slating, dude.
Yeah, you know, I'm trying to get them comfortable right out the gate, because you can't just go there and be like, hi there, my name is Daniel Palasotti. It's like, dude, come on, bring it. So yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So how did you come up with the name Freelance?
I kind of just figured, I'm never gonna sign. I don't want to. I mean, unless like the money's like good, like, oh, here's like $100 million. But I mean, that stuff's not coming around. And so why would I go ahead and, you know, almost ruin my sound for some like. So here's this like So like, if a company came up to you and was like, "Hey, you know, here's a simple contract and everything," and or yeah, fuck, $500,000, that looks great. Okay, here's one of my songs. No, I don't like that song. What do you mean you don't like that song? This is one of my songs. Yeah, but it's not really a part of our label and everything like that. So you know, we're gonna go ahead and change it up a little bit. It was like, well, that's not my sound. I don't want to do that. To compromise my music is a lot because that music's really all I have. Like say something were to happen to me tomorrow. I know that the music that's out right now is what I would want to stay. Like I could not be okay with myself having this radio hit song, but it's not my song. It's a production song. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna change your vocals here, and we're actually gonna change. I don't want this verse. It's like this is who I am though. So you can't do that. And you always see all these celebrities like, oh, I'm a slave to the contract. It's like, bro, you signed the contract. Did you not read the contract? Like, oh yeah, but it's just the money. It's like, okay, well, these aren't demons. These aren't devils that are taking over your whatever. This is you, dog. Read. Like, it's that simple.
And you know what? A lot of artists go through that. I mean, I'm sure you've probably been through that too, KO.
Oh, yeah. If you don't read the fine print, bro, you don't ask questions, I mean, they're going to take advantage of you. Yeah. And that's the thing, like, going back to what you're saying, is like, you're taking away from an artist, you know, creative freedom, you know what I'm saying, to be themselves.
Yep.
And that's how a lot of times, like, even back in the day, that's how a lot of people got locked in, was that they were flashing a lot of money before, because back in the day, you would get an advance. Mm-hmm. They'd throw 100 grand at you,
exactly.
You know, 250, whatever, you know. And that's back when labels used to basically just hand out money just to get, you know, build up their catalog. You know, now it's like you don't really see that anymore. I mean, it's very rare because you now have to do the legwork so that you can basically have the following, have the visuals, have the website, have everything all dialed in. And then once they see that you've already done all the legwork, now they're coming at you like, hey, let me, I'm gonna throw this on the table for you. But we like what you do, but maybe just change this. You know, maybe change the way you dress. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And then you go do shows, and then you got your merch, you got, you know, the ticket sales and everything like that, and they take 75% of it or whatever. You see a little chunk of it. To whereas you see a lot of these new rappers coming out and everything, and they shut their own shows. They buy out the venue. It costs $800 to buy out the venue. Like, fuck, I'll put the money down. All right. And then that shows that they actually believe in themselves enough to where I'll do the legwork and I'll do the money work as well. Like I can make up to $800 for doing shows. Now I'm going to do a big arena. Now I'm going to do something big. And that's how people have been making their name. And that's actually the correct way to do it. We live in a day and an age where we're a click away from fame. It's simple. One thing right at the right time when someone's looking at their phone, boom, you're big. And it's wild. It's a poison, but it's also a tool. And if it's not used correctly, it can really ruin you as well. Like you do a boot gang and everything like that. That's gonna make you look dumb. Like you gotta understand, this stays here forever. It's here forever. The music thing, this forever. Like trying to put yourself out there. Niche. Like, is that you? Like go on to and then push the masses? Are you even being? So it's crazy today.
It's crazy because I mean the information everybody can find you can be, or you can be in South and they can know, they can start following you. Something that you post,
bum everything like that, and all of a sudden, our dude knows who you are. But that's just because he's got and everything. So, you know, it's wild and it's a great thing to have, but it's a wild west out there, bro, and anything can happen.
So on that note, I mean, I know that it's hard to find people sometimes, and you and I can kind of relate to this because I just opened up my Facebook, dude, and I was against social media. I didn't want to be part of it. Like, I didn't want anyone to know where I was, what I was doing. But obviously, since I got on the show, I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's do it.
You gotta do it. You gotta
expose myself. Here we go. But yourself, you know what I mean? How do you feel about that, social media and all that?
I see it as a poison. It's a complete poison. We do not use it correctly, and it's just because we are a human mass. There's so many of us, and there's so many things you can do wrong that it's very simple for everything just to get out of hand completely. So it's like a simple bar fight in a Wild West video. It's, you know, one punch leads to two punches, two people punching leads to four people punching, seven people punching, now the whole bar's going chaotic. This is exactly what it is when it comes to a post. You say something that's a little outlandish, there's gonna be a punch because you hit somebody in a certain way. And then another person comes in and they're like, oh, I feel a certain way about this. And the next thing you know, you're addicted.
Right?
Like, dude, calm down.
D-Mix?
Dude,
And
calm
that's the
down.
thing too, is like a lot of times things will get taken out of context. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's hard to get satire in a text.
Right.
So,
well, because you don't know like what the emotion is behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes somebody can send you a quick text, or they can put a message out on Facebook, and then somebody can be like, well, maybe I don't like the way he said that. You know what I mean? It's just weird. Like
it's
that
like, oh well, my
sometimes.
cousin's aunt's, brother-in-law did that happened to him in this sort of way. It's like, dude, that was a joke. It was a joke. It was a made-up thing. It's like, oh well, now I feel offended. It's like this world of offended. It's crazy. And what's even worse is that we post and we post and we post. And everything's being cataloged, and there's no privacy anymore. And I mean, everybody's saying there's no privacy, but I mean, you are doing it yourself when you post every day about what you're doing. So we sit here and we used to look for the 5 minutes of fame. That was our thing, 5 minutes of fame. All I need is my 5 minutes and I'll be okay. Now there's gonna be a point where we're looking for 5 seconds of just privacy. Because there is no privacy. Do you know in a regular week that you are recorded at least 250 times?
Yep.
They know literally every step. If anybody really wanted to, they can find you instantly. It's not that hard because they already know where you go, what you do.
Oh, yeah,
you already
your location, all that.
Yeah, it's that simple. Like it's madness, and
it's like a low jack for phones.
And you know what? You hit the nail on the head, bro. And I'll tell you why. Because the biggest thing about privacy is basically your data. One thing you can't get back is your data.
Yep.
If you can't get your data back because of whatever laws they put in place, unfortunately you were the one that signed on and didn't agreed to whatever they said that you were going to do.
Who reads it? Who reads it?
Disclaimers, right?
Yeah, like I mean, there's always there's those jokes of the really smart people, nerdy people. Like, you don't read it. It's like, no, you don't read it. Nobody reads it. Like there's always they always put things too. Some companies will put little jokes in it and like, if you don't agree to this, we'll give you like $5,000. Or if you point this out and you agree to it that we put this here, you can go ahead and get $5,000.
Right.
But nobody ever gets it. I mean, even a video game company did a joke of like, oh, if you agree to this, we take your first child and everything like that. And people would agree to it because nobody reads it.
Nobody reads it.
So tell us a little bit about your music. Like, I understand you work with Sky, right?
Yes. Sky has been my guy for a while now. It's
Shouts
gotten to a
out
point.
Sky.
Yeah,
Shout out to
Sky Miguel at 795 Talk Hats, that places. Whew. So I don't even remember how I got into them, but I set up an appointment at Talk Hats. I agreed to be with this guy, Sky Miguel. He's really good, this, that, and the other. And then so we made a couple songs. I was like, yo, I really like your ideas, because he's always like, hey, try doing this. Hey, do something like that. I'm gonna throw this in here. And so it got to a point where I can literally just be like, hey, can you actually do this? You know what I'm thinking, like? And then I can live 2 words. And he goes, yeah, I got you. And he's ready to go. Dude's genius. Love it.
He's like a ninja on that board. Man.
Yeah, dude, he is. He just knows how to find the right sound, how to move something just right to where he, cut the beat, start the beat. It's great. I literally it gets to a point to where I'm just like, just do you, and I'll listen to it because he's just that good. And so the thing about my music too is that I'm weird. I'm super weird about my music. I used to do hallucinogenics a lot, so a lot of that comes in. I am a Satanist and everything like that. I'm a Wiccan Satanist, so there's a lot of that kind of stuff too. Like, there's like jokes. Well, it's parts of my music where I would say like, oh, I sold my soul at 18 and everything, which is sort of kind of true because we were all drunk out in a party. It was me and my girl, my homie and his girl, and then like a couple other friends were like, let's do this, and ended up doing it and everything like that. But there's always little subtle things like that.
Was that a Ouija board or like mushrooms?
We
Which
did
one?
Like a pole,
what was
and
it?
a gram in the middle and everything.
Damn.
Like we cut the wrist. And,
Satanic.
Yeah, dude. But people but here's the thing. There's 2 different sides to Satanism, just like there's 2 different sides to Christianity.
Right.
There's always 2 sides. There's the bright side and the dark side. People will mistake certain words and change it to however they want it because that's just how text is. So the thing is like about mine to where like Satanism is more like treat people like correctly, give back to nature and everything like that. Don't make advances on a woman unless given the mating call. Simple shit like that. And there's like, you know what I mean? And it's just like we don't see people as property. We just see people as a part of Earth and everything like that. So but my music's not so like, oh, Satan, 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 but it's just there is little subtle jokes of stuff like that.
So self-destruct. What were you going through when you wrote that?
Okay, so a lot of my motivation is through vengeance. For some reason, I just work better. I was like working like from the bottom and working my way up. I work better just 10 yards behind everybody else. I like that. But I'm listening to all these songs and it's all the same music, and I don't know. I just felt like just dropping some beef and see where it went. Also, being anti-social media, it's kind of hard to get
music out there.
moving
Yep.
without posting, listen to me, listen to me, listen to me, because I'm not like that. I don't like to be like that. So, you know, it's more of a thing where I put out and then I dropped it. I showed some friends like, hey, check this out, you know, and everything. But, you know, it was a song just about like, hey, you don't, like Post Malone was in it, and it goes like, you know, all you do is make songs with auto-tune and everything like that. Which, by the way, can we just talk about the fact that there is that rumor of Post Malone sounding like Justin Bieber if you speed it up, and it really does. Like, if you really look it up, like if you pop on, a song, if you pop on a song right now, I'll show you. Like if you speed up Post Malone's voice, it sounds like Justin Bieber. If you slow down Justin Bieber, it sounds like Post Malone. And so my theory is, just if we're gonna joke around and talk about theories, is that Justin Bieber still wants to make music, but no one wants to listen to Justin Bieber. Post Malone, if you look up one of his earlier videos before Allen Iverson, this dude is in front of a white screen with cut off shorts and a Hawaiian shirt blowing up hearts in the air like, oh, I miss you, or something stupid. Yeah. And out of nowhere he comes out with White Iverson, White Iverson. Like, where did that come from? No, I think somebody saw you and was like, hey, yo, we can use this dude, let's go ahead and push him. And so Justin Bieber makes the music, and then Post Malone goes out on stage. Because nobody ever really sounds just like they do, especially if they use auto-tune on stage as they do on the mic, or in a studio. Right. So, little theory for you guys.
So, do you feel that your music's more on the dark side?
It is, yeah. It's more of the twisted side of everything. Like I like to find the weirdos and everything like that.
You know, it's funny you say that because I was talking to him a little bit earlier, and I said, look, you know what? I'll tell you this. His music reminds me of a little bit of a theme of Halloween.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
I got some music. I got some music coming out right now where it's like, what's that?
Was that Italian or Rockstar? Which one do you want?
To help again. This track. That wrote. I was trying. I like my song. I don't do songs because I wrote it. That's what. For the most, I like different music. So this one is more shady. The stand up. That. Yeah.
Start that. Let's check that out. I'm interested.
Mash your brains and add a sneak.
Screaming MOB to the top of my lungs. I don't trust these bitches, I just fuck then I'm gone. Cause baby, I'm a rock star, I do what I want. Baby, I'm a rock star, I go where I want. I do what I want, yeah, what I want, get where I want, drink what I want, smoke marijuana. I do what I want, fuck what I want, go where I want, drink what I want, smoke marijuana. I do what I want, smoke on a blunt. I don't trust these bitches.
This cell is my life is a fan in the clown. Escalating it. So just for the where we you don't lie there back. Nice playing it right, going all night, power like right. Bitch, I'm the chosen one. Now it's time to smoke on one, cause bitch, I'm done.
I'm screaming MOB to the top of my lungs. I don't trust these bitches, I just fuck then I'm gone. Cause baby, I'm a rock star, do what I want. Baby, I'm a rock star, I go where I want. I do what I want, fuck what I want, go where I want, drink what I want, smoke where I want. I do what I want, fuck what I want, go where I want, drink what I want, smoke where I want.
Oh yeah, you heard it first. MixnMotion Podcast, episode 10. That was Freelance with Rockstar.
Yeah, that was hot, man.
Yeah,
Yes,
thanks.
sir.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to show that I can do auto tune.
That's
too.
diversity, yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, I try to keep it as crazy as possible. And like your Halloween you're talking about,
Yeah.
I got some really good Halloween shit coming out here soon, bro. This is gonna be crazy.
So who's the production behind it?
Oh, dude, that's just YouTube, dog.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't sell my music, so
Okay.
I don't see a point in buying. I did buy a beat recently, so I can start putting some real shit out there. But nah, all my shit's free, so why pay? So, you know.
Nice.
Yeah, YouTube's a great place to get.
So where can we find you or any of your listeners?
I mean, really, you can find me on SoundCloud. It's free.
Okay.
You know what I mean, and everything like that. I don't have to worry about any like plagiarism, playwright, any of that crap when it comes to the beats and everything like that. I don't have to worry about it. So I put it out on SoundCloud. You can find me at Freelance Tempe. Very simple. And then like Instagram, Freelance Tempe, and Facebook. But like I said, dude, that shit's a poison. I'll just figure it out another way.
Right.
That's what's up, man. Well, we definitely appreciate you coming through, chilling with us here at the podcast. You got anybody you want to shout out before we take a break?
I mean, yeah, sure. You can look for Zach Hampton. He's at Good Whiskey Productions. Okay. He's on YouTube. You can check his stuff out. We got really a lot of good stuff coming out real soon. And you can check out Scott Miguel. You know, he's my dude. Go to Tall Cats if you Arizona if you need some really good work done. Tall Cats is the place to be, bro.
Are you gonna be there tomorrow for that release?
I was actually thinking about it. Yeah, I was gonna think about just swinging by and hanging out for a while.
You should go by, man. We're gonna be there.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll be there then too.
Yeah, we'll come hang out.
Yeah.
You know?
Bring that LSD in your cup, bro.
Talk about aliens and shit like that, bro.
He makes like some pharmaceuticals, man.
I'll bring some DMT. We'll get in the back and do it.
There you go,
dude. All right, man, dude. Thank you guys so much. This is so much fun,
thanks
dude.
for
This is
coming
the
out,
greatest
dude.
thing ever.
We appreciate you, man.
I love
Always.
this shit, man.
Nothing but love, man. We appreciate you and the music. And we're going.
Every Thursday,
he makes Defiant Lewsi right now, but you know this podcast.
Homies, they know what I'm. Baby, let me show you. I control. Back, bounce in the club when we do it. Like what?
Elbows up, side. Elbows up,
Control. 10 deep, looking for some highness. We on the creep. I need a bad one, a real freak. Find 'em on the dance floor, so don't sleep. Damn, I like you, but I really want her. She's that type, I can't tell. Let me get in too deep, take her back to the hotel. But right now, I'm on the move. Show this little mama how a gangster groove. I don't do a whole lot, just enough. Lean side to side, keep my elbows up like this and like that. All the girls know where the real G's at. You can find us way up in the back, watching that ass bounce like a lolo, lean like a cholo.
Side to side, elbows up, side to side, elbows up, side to side, elbows up, side to side.
I lean like a cholo.
Side to side, elbows up, side to side, elbows up, side to side, elbows up, side to side.
Like a cholo. I'm round, I get down. The girls love how I lean like a G to the B. Blue and white MJs on my feet. I'm looking real good, I'm so hood. Gotta stay clean if you know what I mean. Pockets full of fake, show dinero.